Hi guys, Krishna and Connect here. I'm coming to you today with one finished item, an item in progress, and a little bit of a haul. So the first thing I have to show is my finished item, which is I finally finished my advent calendar. I don't know if I can get it all in frame there. It's pretty long. It's over 2 feet tall, I think. I have shown you the main body of it completed before, and now I have all the numbers on. I glued them on with that fabric glue I showed in my last haul video, and they've stuck on pretty well there. I finished the little gingerbread man that marks the days. The person who created the pattern for this also has a page on her website for gingerbread men. I will put that link down below in case anyone's interested. In her pattern, she used like extremely miniature little store-bought pom-poms for the facial features and buttons and stuff. I just used some sport weight yarn for the face, and it was so hard to glue on and make stay in the right spot while it was drying that I just, after I did the face, I gave up and I didn't bother with buttons. So, and it's going to be stuck in the pockets anyways, so you're not going to see the buttons. So I just didn't bother with buttons. So it was fairly easy. This only took me about maybe 10 minutes to crochet up. It was pretty quick. So there is that. And then, of course, I've got the hanger completed. So all it is a wooden dowel with 3 little strips of crochet holding it on, and then another strip of crochet for the handle. These strips were supposed to be 3 rows of crochet, but I used a dowel that was slightly thicker than the pattern called for, and 3 rows wouldn't quite fit over the dowel, so I did 4 rows. So there's that. The dowel is a little too long, and I was going to saw it down, but I don't have a saw anymore. I'm pretty sure my dad gave me a saw, because my dad gave me a whole bunch of old tools that he didn't need anymore back when I lived in my apartment. And I haven't seen it since the apartment, and I went looking for it, and it's not with my tools in the basin right now, so I have no idea what happened to the saw. When we moved, I was here, like unpacking and directing people while everybody was moving stuff from our apartment, so I have no idea who moved the stuff from the closet where our tools were kept, so I have no idea what happened to the saw. And my husband doesn't remember having the saw either, because he's not a tool person. He doesn't, I don't know. But anyway, so we don't have a saw anymore. So, I mean, I'm sure I could borrow one from my dad if I really wanted to cut it down, but I mean, I don't know, I might not bother. That looks kind of nifty that way. I don't know. If I ever decide I don't like it, I'll borrow a saw and saw it down. But yeah, so that is the complete, and I blocked it. I did soak it in hot water and lay it flat to dry. It's still a little bit ripply, but it's a lot better than it was. It was like extremely rippled and like curling up at the edges before, so it's a lot better now. So yeah, so there's that. That is complete. And I haven't really been working on my Afghan very much, but I am going to try to get more done. I'm going to try to set a goal to complete a little each day. I completed the second motif that I was working on the last time I showed them. This one was the first motif, this is the second, and I did the final row of the second motif had a join in it, so these 2 motifs are now joined. The whole Afghan will consist of 20 of these motifs with little squares in between them. So hopefully in a soon upcoming video I will have the squares and a couple more motifs done, so you'll get a better idea of what it's going to look like when it's done. So yeah, so there is that, and I also soaked these and laid them flat to dry to block them, and they are also not as ripply as they once were, so that worked out pretty good. So there is that. And now for my haul. Yesterday I went for a walk to my local Walmart with my daughter, and I finally found some Bernat Satin Sparkle in the color Platinum. It's just a gray. I have been looking all over for this. My Michaels doesn't carry any Bernat Satin anymore, and there was another craft store here that did carry it, but they don't carry it anymore, and Walmart doesn't have a very big selection of it anymore. The last few times I checked, my local Walmart only had like a couple of them, and yesterday when I went, they had 5 of them, so I bought them all because I would like to make this shawl. This is a knitted shawl. I don't know why, but for like the last few months I've had this kind of urge to want to knit a shawl, and I really like this one. I think it looks really nice, and it calls for 6 balls of this, so I now have 5. So I'll just wait till my Walmart gets more in, I guess, or go check other Walmarts around town until I find a 6th ball. I really wanted to try to find it in stores rather than ordering it online, because shipping to Canada is always crazy. So yeah, so I got 5 of those. There's 3, 4, and 5. So I have no idea when I'm going to start on that shawl, but I really would like to have it for this fall, but I don't think that's going to happen. Because there are also a lot of other things that I need to get started on, and I need to keep working on that blanket, so I don't know when that's going to happen, but it is going to happen at some point. And then I just bought a couple of more items because I enjoyed making the gingerbread man so much that I decided I want to make more for Christmas ornaments, maybe slightly bigger. And we have a very large window at the front of our house, so I had the idea to buy little suction cups with hooks. I found these at Walmart. There's 4 in a pack, and they were $3.97, I think, or was it $4.97? No, I think it was $3.97 or $3.98 for a pack of 4 little suction cups, and I'm gonna stick them all over our large window and hang crocheted ornaments off of them. So I want to make a few large gingerbread men, maybe snowflakes, whatever Christmassy motifs I can manage to whip up by Christmas. And if I have time, I might even put them up for Halloween with Halloween motifs on them, if I get around to it by then. And if I don't this year, definitely next year. So there is that. I only bought 2 packs. I couldn't decide how many I wanted. I don't know how many motifs I'm going to get around to making. I might actually buy more next time I go back to Walmart, just in case. I don't know. We will see. And then I found this, after I finished the gingerbread man, I went to Michael's, and I finally found the teeny tiny pom-poms to be used for the gingerbread face and features. They did have packs that were just white and just red, but I wanted more colors than that. That's all they had, just white, just red, and multicolored. So I got the multicolored. There was another multicolor too that didn't have white in it, but obviously I wanted the white to look like icing. And there was only 1 pack of these left, so I picked up this. It was $2.50. So I will use that for features for more gingerbread men whenever I get around to it. And yeah, I think that's all I have to show in this video. So I hope everybody's been having a good week, and I hope everybody's been having good crafting time, and yeah, happy crafting.